Okay, so I fucking prepped the little streaming things. We are all ready. I'm very excited to show you guys the streaming kits. So hi, hello, and welcome. I'm Brandy Rose at the Brandy Rose down there on Twitter, at Brandy Rose Official on Instagram, and cutest patoot everywhere else. So hi, hello. Amongst many, many things, I am a game designer and game dev, and I am also a asset designer. So that means that I make streaming kits for TTRPGs specifically, as well as for Twitch streamers. Really anything. I made this. This is fun. This is nice. This is moi. And I made this. Hi, hello. You're not gonna be able to see me right now, but we will be jumping back and forth as I give you guys a bit of a tour. Since I reopened my commissions, which reminds me that I need to get a link for you guys. Here we go. I'm gonna copy paste, go back to the correct page. Thank you. So, and my chat is not working. That's okay. Every time recently that I've been basically started up Twitch Studio again, it'll have the chat box function in the layer, but it won't work anymore. So I have to delete and re-edit it, re-add it every single time. So let me. Oh, hello. Don't get angry at me, Twitch Studio. It's not my fault you're doing this. We're here because of you. All right, now let's a little test message, clear test message. Okay. Try it one more time for the people at home. Hi, hello. Ko-fi, that's ko-fi.com/cutestpatoot. Hi, that's me. Has a commissions thing where you can commission me to get a streaming kit. You can also commission me to get game book designed, which I will show you guys a little bit maybe at the end of this. But let us jump here. Hi, hello. This is the Ko-fi. Basic streaming kit, one starting soon screen, a full cast screen. You'll tell me the number of players that you need, as well as an extra screen like for an ad or whatever you would like, just like one extra screen that you and I will talk about what it should be. One BRB screen, one thanks for watching screen. This is some small examples, but I'll show you guys properly. There's game books as well, but we're focusing on the streaming kits. A mid-size streaming kit is 120 bucks. It's a lot of work. It is a title screen, a starting soon screen, an animated transition filler screen, which you can use with sound effects, with whatever, to just heighten the production value of your AP. It comes with a full cast screen here. So basically, it comes with 3 full cast screens with different numbers of players. For example, if you want to have player highlights, so basically it'll have a different number of these windows here. And you'll have 3 to choose from, so you'll be able to have some flexibility. You can also use these if, for example, you have designed a game, but you are not a streaming kit designer, perhaps, but you would like to include a streaming kit with the sale of your game. Then you would commission me to buy this streaming kit. You'd get a zip folder with all of these things in it, and you'd be able to attach it to the file on, for example, your itch page or your DriveThruRPG page, and you'd be able to sell the game with a streaming kit. You'd also get a BRB screen, so your back screen. Those are really good for technical difficulties. And a thanks for watching screen. There are add-ons available. If, for example, you need to add a panel, it's like $2 or something per panel. Full-size streaming kit, so a large streaming kit. This is a full AP level streaming kit that you would probably have with a game that you were releasing, or if you were trying to put on a larger production. You get a title screen, starting soon screen, 2 animated transition filler screens. Those are just to add production value. Then you get all of these full cast screens. You get one with 2 players, 3 players, 4 players, 5 players, 6 players. You can tell me if there's a GM screen or not. I will adjust. The GM screen is for example, here, this centric one. Then you get 2 BRB screens. You can alternate or choose between them. You get 1 thanks for watching screen, and you also get 6 screens of player and GM highlight screens for end credits or 1-person highlights, etc. So that'll be a full-size streaming kit. And now, without further ado, hi, hello, it is me again with my cute little thrifted cap that I managed to get today. I traded some clothes. It was very nice. And now we're going to go on a little bit of a tour, because in addition to doing, of course, these, you can use these commissions. You can use these commissions as well to hit me up for Twitch things. So I'm going to show you guys real quick some of the ones that I have done for my own Twitch channel. We're gonna hop over here. So you'll see everything you get comes with green screen. So you can put it in Twitch Studio, you can put it in OBS, doesn't matter. They're already formatted. So this is the basic gameplay one that I have as a room for chat. This is when I did a special, when I did Animal Crossing Fight Club. It has room here for transparent assets to be put on top, and it was modeled on the side of style of Animal Crossing. It took me fucking forever, I tell you what. We've got some alternatives. We've got a little animation here, so this will download as a video, so you'll add it as a piece of media instead of as an image. This might seem a little bit familiar to you. This might be a little Inception-y. But yes, these are different alternative screens that I made for my own Twitch, and then we're gonna hop on over to one of the earlier. This is like a mid-sized streaming kit. This is for the game Forever 41. It's very simple. You'll recognize the font. Just like, for example, I have this extra slide here because I used it for a gameplay trailer. But for example, uh, these would be the streaming kits. This is just the example thing, so you know exactly what to use. So this is a space where you would put your GM name, pronouns, your name, pronouns, etc. So Forever 41 is a TTRPG that I designed that comes with its own streaming kit. I've used it several times. It always works. It's very clear. This is room for closed captions. But apart from that, you can also, by the way, all of your games, I will ask you if you would like a green screen for closed captions or if you would like space left for closed captions, because sometimes people use different integration software and they don't need a green screen box. They just need space. So depending on what you use, I can change it for accessibility purposes. I can also change things according to like flash warnings, etc. Sorry. So, Forever 41 comes in is a game that has 6 different settings, so it has 6 overlays for each different setting that you can play. They're color coded, they're pretty, they're cool. So this is like a live screen for like a geek store. This is for like a coffee shop, for the makeup store, for like Victoria's Secret type thing. We've got some ad space. This is just like the example thing. So I wrote that in here. The one that you would get and use is blank. You'd be able to fill in and edit whatever text you'd like. You've got a on your break BRB screen. And because Forever 41 has 2 endings, a good one and a bad one, there is a good clean ending and the bloody ending. For example, this is like a very basic, I'd say like smaller, mid-sized kit that you would be able to commission me for if you wanted to. Moving on, these are wireframes. Before you get your commission, you would get wireframes from me so this is not a finished streaming kit. Obviously, it's not animated. It's a little bit rough. Basically, wireframes is me putting all of the elements together and some aesthetics to give you a mock-up of what your streaming kit is going to look like, for which, of course, you can then tell me, actually, I don't like this red. Can we swap this blue? I don't know about this blue. Can we swap this out with a different thing? I would like this to be animated. I want there to be like a different thing on the bottom. I want a different font. I would like these to be in a different order. You can say whatever you want. So this is like wireframes for a streaming kit. This is 15 frames long because this is like a more complex and dynamic streaming kit. So this would be more in the large size streaming kit packet because of how many constellations were needed. But these are still just wireframes. They'd probably still get edited quite a bit before it was like done. Then you get your little credit screen and a thanks for watching screen. So this would be the way that it would look initially. So it's not like you're going to give me a thing and then I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I'll do my best. And then I give you something and I say, I hope you liked it. No, you and I will talk about what you would like. I will get full like list of everything that I need from you. And then you will be able to be like, okay, I'm looking at the mock-up. I'd like to change this and that, or I would like to adjust this and that. And you absolutely can. I highly encourage you to communicate with me. And then we will end up with a finished product that we like. For example, a finished product of like this, which is one of my like large size streaming kits. So for example, if you wanted something more like this, this would be like a large streaming kit. Hi, welcome. This is one of the starting soon screens. Comes with an alternate starting soon screen. This is a streaming kit that's 21 frames big. So there's 21 overlays in this for a game called I Spy, which I also designed. I Spy comes with 4 streaming kits when you buy the game, which is also why I was able to price it a little bit higher because of how much stuff. This is the animated version that does not have green screen windows for closed captions. There's also an animated version that has it, as well as a still image version of the game. So without the animated things, which I'll show you in a minute, that you can, well, I don't think I'm actually pulling this up, but I don't remember. But this will be the animated version versus if you have, for example, photosensitive issues, you would be able to download the streaming kit with still images that's otherwise identical. And then there's another one with the still images that has a green screen at the bottom. So for example, this has all of the different constellations of like how many players you might have. So when you buy the game, you can still make an AP if you have 6 players, or if you have 4, or if you have 1, depending on how you play. And then it comes, of course, with a Be Right Back screen. One of them will be branded with my things as a little thank you. One of them will be blank for you to add your own things. And then, as with the large streaming kit, as I mentioned, it comes with like at the end for like the game itself, who designed it, and then it comes with a thing of who was your GM, and you get to highlight all these characters as well as if you'd like to use these to highlight characters in between. You absolutely. Of course, in comparison, this is the still image version. So these are not animated. These are streaming kits, the same amount of frames. It's just that it is no longer going to be animated. So you don't have to include, for example, a flash warning with it. Also, all of these are entirely done, paid for, free to use. So once you buy it from me, you can use these for paid AP stuff, for free APs, for charity. It absolutely doesn't matter. If you have an actual play miniseries, for example, coming up, this is not done. This is wireframe. So, for example, this would be if you commission me for like to make you a kit for a miniseries. This would be an example of a large size streaming kit. I'd be able to add. So this is a wireframe. So basically, this text will be formatted to look like this and slapped on the corner here somewhere, because it does have content warnings. For the specific example, you get a nice little animated title card that I just thought looked really sick. You get your little rating here in the corner if you'd like. So this is an example of a different streaming kit for an AP. In case you wanted to commission me for that instead of making one for a streaming kit for your own actual what's it called, for your own actual game. If you wanted me to make one for an actual play instead, this would, for example, be an example of a transition screen, animated transition screen that will be able to play as you, for example, I don't know, as the GM, you voice over going into the chocolate factory. This is an interactive board that I'll be editing several times, and then here you have your players and some wireframes right now currently of like mock-ups of what we can have as alternatives where we can put their names and pronouns, and then all of the different rooms of the quote-unquote candy factory within this one shot are all here. You've got your little BRB screen, also animated because I prefer animation things, and this is my AP. So I was able to put that, and still I was able to avoid flash warnings because none of these have flashes in them, but all of these are animated, and you get your little end credit screens as well. And then the green screen is where everybody's webcam would be. So this is an example of like an actual play one that I'd be able to make for you. This is a detective themed one, so I made these camera assets to look like they're in detective file folders, as well as later on then you get to be in a little magnifying glass. So there's really, sky's the limit for what we can do with your streaming kit. Another example here is, for example, one of a Kids Next Door style hack one shot of or one shot or miniseries of I Spy, where you get a much more cartoonish look. It's animated, they don't have to be. All of these can also be exported as still images. So if you like the look of something, but animated, you can also ask me to export it into a zip folder as a still image alternative, and you will still get it. It will just look like this instead of like this. You get your nice overlays, again, areas for you to add whoever you would like. Of course, if you're hiring me to make it for an AP, you would tell me the names and pronouns, and I would fill them in here myself. I would send the fonts over to you for approval. And again, you get like, this is a much more cartoony, 90s nostalgic type streaming kit. So it would look a lot more like this rather than the like very sleek I Spy thing. So you and I would talk in the commissions part about exactly what theme you would like. I can also add music, music that is free to use, as well, if you would like that. And then we have just a bunch of nice little player highlights as well, for example, for each character that fits in this little universe. And all of these, again, all of these videos and images are free to use. As well as I also make streaming kits for Twitch streams, as I mentioned in the beginning. This is, for example, a streaming kit that I've made for one of my podcasts. Should Livia and I decide to do a Twitch stream, we would have this asset where I would have Liv's camera here, my camera here, would be able to chat. We'd be able to have a guest here if we'd like to. This is also just like some screen share things. I can help make you guys like little like ad panels. So for example, if you are a Twitch streamer and you also have a podcast, you can have this ad panel come up, or this one, or this one. Literally these as little ads for your show that you can pop up on your own instead of a BRB screen, for example. I can make all of that for you, no problem. This is an example of a streaming kit that I made via somebody else's specifications. So this is a streaming kit I did for the streamer Yuki Wayne. Like her, the green you can as as a PNG, and it would export with all of this blank to her space to put her camera over her screen share. So that would be that. We have, again, another version of Forever 41, but this time I can also adapt things. So if you already have a streaming kit and you want one in a different style, I can also adapt to make one in a similar style with different settings. And I can also help with new games that aren't out yet. So if you have a game, for example, this one, Stuck in Space, it's not launched, it's not released. I'm still working on the streaming kit for it. And we would start by like going through and just creating some backgrounds, some basic wireframes again, until we figure out exactly what we want it to look like. And then in the end, it'll look something like this. But who wouldn't want to watch that? Right? So, this is going to be one of my shortest streams, mostly because this is supposed to be a video tour. Hi, hello to anybody prospectively trying to commission me. So, please hit me up. I will, again, the link is right there. It's ko-fi.com/cutestpatoot. And then you can go over to the commissions tab or the shop tab if you want to buy another, like a pre-made product. But you can head over to the commissions tab, and I will very happily make a streaming kit for you of any kind for an AP, for your game, for the release of your game to be sold within it as a zip folder of all of these assets, or if you are producing an actual play or if you're a Twitch streamer. I managed to keep all my off camera until now, so sorry. But yeah, make sure to hit me up and let me know. And I have taken off the cap limit of commissions because I can schedule them and I will just communicate with you guys very clearly. The wait time is relatively small. It'll also depend on like our communication and how fast that goes, and how many commissions I have at a time. But make sure to go hit me up. Again, let me pop us over to the Ko-fi tab. Again, full streaming kit is about $180. There are add-ons available, and also if you want to change one of these out for something else, you can just let me know. The rates are based off of the scope of how many hours it takes to make the kits. So this is about 4.5 to 5 hours. At least this is about 3 to 4 hours. And then this is about an hour to 2 hours max, usually these kits, with like some obviously back and forth. So make sure to go check out the Ko-fi. Hi, hello, that's me, Cutest Patoot. All of the things and shows that I do. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys over on the Ko-fi. So thank you guys, and I will see you very soon for another stream, probably actually tomorrow for another little game dev patoot talk, because I really need to stop calling the TED Talks. I will get sued. So thank you for coming on by for the little tour of the streaming kits. The VOD will be up in a few minutes and also on YouTube in a few minutes. So I will see you guys very, very soon. Thanks for stopping by.